So for a little bit of perspective, I am 3 miles in. It's about an hour and a half of hiking, and uh, that right there is where I'm supposed to be ending up today, I believe. Um, that down there, I think on the other side of the hill there, is where I started. So I'm currently 1 mile in to this almost 40-mile section, and there's already snow on the trail. Some freaking crazy water going through here. This makes me think there's going to be some slushy snow very soon. Got my first river crossing as a backpacker. Score one for the shorty shorts, I guess. Made it across an actual river crossing. That first one was kind of a joke. This one was pretty strong, but I made it across just fine. It's always fun getting wet just before the sun goes down. So yeah, I've got about 3/4 of a mile to camp at least, so that'll give me a little bit of time to dry off and set up camp and all that fun stuff before it gets dark. So cool, made it almost 15 miles today. Good day. Finished up day one, and I did 16.1 miles. Tomorrow is the big day. I'm doing like 13 miles, and it's like 4,300 feet of climbing, so that's going to be fun. Climbing all day. But kind of looking at the mountains. I don't know, I don't want to jinx myself, but the snow doesn't look that bad. I haven't seen any of the peaks that are super covered, so I'm hoping it won't be too bad tomorrow. So it's day 2 of my Arizona Trail trip. I'm officially done with section 8, which is awesome. So that means I only have like 43 more sections to get done of the trail to complete the Arizona Trail. Today is the big day. Last night was pretty awesome. I stayed at Hope Camp. It was this little old school, like, I guess, cowboy camp, sort of, something or another. Slept as well as I can, you know, out here in a tent. I'm still trying to get used to, like, not completely zipping myself up and putting the rain fly and having my little bubble. So I left the doors open last night, or at least the screens open last night, which was fine. Like I said, no wind, good weather. Today it's about 8:30 in the morning. I'm 3 miles in, and yeah, it's a big climb day. Literally all day. I'm at about 4,000 feet right now. Camp is at 8,000 feet, and I've got 10 miles to go to finish out today. I think I'm going that way, to the top of that peak, which the rangers told me there's a ton of snow and that I was definitely going to need microspikes and probably going to die and all this stuff. And looking at it, there's a little snow, but there's not a lot. So this is really crazy. But so far this trip, there's been so much water on the trail. My feet have kind of been soaked for the last day or so, which is a weird thing to think about in the middle of the desert. But there's the beautiful river flowing, and it's been going off waterfalls and stuff. It's been really cool. Finally encountered quote-unquote snow. As you can see over there, I'm at about 6,000 feet right now, and I'm about 0.8 miles away from grass camp, which the park rangers were telling me was like way under snow, and I definitely need micro spikes or they were telling me crampons, which is for like heavy snow. And yeah, a few little patches over there. The second bit of snow I've seen thus far on the trail. You know, a lot of the times the trail kind of is repetitive. It's, oh, there's a cool tree, there's a cool cactus, there's a cool rock. But every once in a while, the trail provides something weird. And I just had one of those moments about half a mile back where I was walking, and all of a sudden, right there sitting on the trail, some dude's underwear. And it was very nicely laid out, wasn't crumpled, didn't look like it fell out of someone's bag, you know, just kind of laying there. And this last mile or so, my mind's just been wondering, there's some dude running around here without his underwear. And why is he running around without his underwear? And you know, I kind of thought about it a little bit more, and you know, I was like, maybe, you know, he left it at camp, but there was no good place to camp around there. There's no way he stayed out there. And I was like, well, maybe he was washing it and then laid them out to dry, was taking a break, and, you know, left them by accident. And no river, anything like that. So my only guess, and I'm sticking by this, is he broke what my uncle calls rule number 1, which is never trust a fart. So, you know, just letting you know, as a hiker, as really as anybody in life, never trust a fart. Otherwise you may find yourself running around in the backcountry without any britches. So that's my update for now. So I hit the snow. I've got about 3 miles left until I hit Manning Camp, which is where I'm staying tonight at 8,000 feet. And we're in snow. It's hard. So I've got about 1.5 miles left. This is a beating. The snow's getting about kind of calf to knee deep in some spots. It's just, yeah. Still have like 800 feet of climbing in 1.5 miles. And yeah, it's been like 45 minutes a mile. It's been crazy. So yeah, I've got about another 1.5 hours of this, and then hopefully Manning Camp is okay. I'm really hoping for like a shelter of some sort, like a patio or something would be awesome. Something that's not covered in snow tonight. So we'll see. But getting the snow training I wanted, I guess. It's really cold, and this is really exhausting. You can see the trail behind me, maybe. It's deep snow, probably 2 feet deep, something like that. And luckily, I am quite literally following in the footsteps of Jim Winter. Saw his name in the trail registry, which I kind of appreciate that I am following in the steps of Mr. Winter. And I'm so glad he came through yesterday to go first, so that way I can see the trail, because I would be so lost if he didn't. But yeah, it's been about an hour, or about 45 minutes, and I'm about 3/4 of a mile in, and I've got about 3/4 of a mile to the summit, and then I've got about 3 miles down till I think the snow will let up. I'm hoping. I don't know, because it's a north-facing slope, so we'll see. But just looking at this day, and it's super pretty out here. It sucks, but it's pretty, and this is kind of what I wanted. Oh, one of these days I'll get a hobby that doesn't want to kill me, but yeah, today's not that day. You know, I'm sure a lot of y'all are at home, a nice warm house, maybe a fire going, blankets going, and y'all don't have perspective on how cold it is out here. Well, I'm here to tell you, it is as cold as a penguin's nutsack in midwinter. It is as cold as that girl in 8th grade who I asked to the prom, and she said no. It is as cold as a baby at the bottom of a swimming pool in the middle of January cold. This is not messing around cold. Just looking forward to when it gets a little warmer. You know, it's just cool. It's nice. Kind of that, you know, as cool as Mr. T and Ice Cube sitting on a front porch in the South cool. That's okay. But as cold as a witch's nipple is not okay. So, I'm just trying to get off this mountain before it gets as cold as slipping on a pair of frozen underwear. Oh wait, I did that this morning. Hi Mom, hi Dad. Ignore this giant slippery cliff to doom behind me, and just take solace in knowing if you're seeing this, I either made it or they found my body. So that's cool. So I'm about 0.1 miles away from the summit of Mica Mountain, and I haven't seen anybody in a solid day and a half, 2 days. But yeah, right here at the summit, I ended up making a friend. Whoop! I've made it successfully all the way through Saguaro National Park. Took 2.5 days. But got it. Ready to be done with the snow. Y'all want to know how cold it is out here? It's like riding bare ass down a metal slide on Christmas Day kind of cold out here. I'm out of the snow! Whoop whoop! Here, the little microspite's jingly jangly, and I can actually book it down these hills. Got about 5 miles to go, and I gotta figure out how to get back to my car. So I've been playing a game, me versus the river. So far the score is me 6 and the river 4. Trying not to get wet to get across. I think this may be my last river crossing. I'm gonna give it to the river because my feet are already soaked and cold and wet anyway, so I don't really care anymore. But I think one of my favorite things about hiking is looking back and seeing where you've been. And up there somewhere, that was mile 2 this morning. It was about 10 miles of post-holing, and I started on the other side of that mountain. Super cool. I made it. I survived. I made it back to the car and everything. It was 40 something miles, 10 of which was through post-holing, snowy, slushy mess. My feet are so blistered right now from walking 26 miles in soaking wet shoes. I'm so freaking hungry, but I'm on such a amazing high right now, and it's just like I've been driving a little bit. Got a hitchhike, first time hitchhiking, super awesome dude named Brian in a cool like off-roading 4-wheel drive truck with a camper thingy or camper tent on the back of the truck. Picked me up and drove me all the way like an hour and 20 minutes back to my car. So hell yeah, Brian, you're awesome. That was my first hitchhiking experience, and it could not have gone better. But yeah, just freaking rocking out on like such an incredible high right now. Like driving it, getting back to the car, thinking about like, in the grand scheme of things, it has not been that long since I've been in a wheelchair. Like a shattered femur in a wheelchair, struggling to roll my ass around the block. That was only a couple years ago, and now I'm conquering mountains. This is an 8,500 foot mountain, and looking at the trail registry, like I'm one of 10 people who've been on that mountain in the last month. Like that is super freaking cool. And like last night, I was the only, it was my mountain. I had the whole mountain, and so I cannot get over like just my crazy high that I've got going right now. Thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this trek. I'm super excited to have knocked out Section 8, Section 9, and 3 miles of Section 10 of the Arizona Trail. And I'm super excited to bring you more videos from the Pacific Crest Trail, that other one that I'm doing. Coming up in like 36 days. It's crazy. So excited. And yeah, thanks for watching.